Hello, everybody.
Hello, welcome to episode 33 of Buddyfight.
Yep, that is the thing that has happened. I assume. I was busy watching other things and going on to the Co and reading those things about this show known as Korra season finale.
I wish I was watching and reviewing the season finale of Korra, but I'm stuck with this show.
You lie.
It was crazy, it was good. Why is this show suddenly sad?
Which one?
Korra. That's
Oh.
my review of the season finale. I'm not spoiling anything. Go watch it.
I was gonna say, this doesn't sound like Buddyfight at all.
No. I'm just go watch that. Anyway, so episode 33. It is Gao versus Ruga, and apparently Parko's the only one who remembers about Kiri this episode.
I'm looking at things and it's a really bad joke. Just keep going.
You can't see him, but he's puffing up like a blowfish right now, trying not to laugh.
I'm seeing different things than you're seeing him. Shut up.
Okay, but so yeah, Parko's the only one who remembers that Kiri's in danger because Gao decides that this fight he's gonna do everything he can to make Ruga his friend, which includes switching to a new deck, which is pretty much entirely luck-based. When he's seen Kiri in danger. When he knows that Kiri's life could be in danger.
Gao, please.
No. Instead, I'm going to focus on making friends, and I know
Who uses that damn Pandora? Why does he use it? I saw that when I came through. Why does he use the Pandora, if I can ask? Do they have a reason for it?
Because it's fun.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like, I can understand wanting to play card games in order to make friends. That's kind of the point of playing card games. But when your friend's life is on the line, and the only way to save him is by beating a villain in a card game, it is time to stop focusing on making friends. There is a time and place for this, and Gao, this is not the time nor the place.
I know she sounds like a broken record, but in fairness, this is a huge problem.
But it comes...
Because if he lost, then he doesn't get his friend back.
And this is the reason why I know I'm broken recording, but whatever. Recording? But anyway, the point is that's the focus of the episode, is Gao really wants to make friends with Ruga. And it's like... 1. He now knows he's an actual criminal. You want to become friends with a terrorist, Gao.
Yeah.
2. Your friend's life is in danger. There are more important things. 3. No!
Do you just know?
Yeah, just no!
How about he showed no interest in being his friend ever?
Yeah.
And you can have completely different viewpoints on life.
Yeah. No. Anyway.
And just by playing one card game where he's forced against his will to do something, if I recall.
Yeah, he is.
He's a better, I assume.
No.
Not better?
No.
Oh.
So yeah.
So he's still evil, right?
Yeah.
Good. That just goes to show you, Gao, you suck.
But yeah, moving on from that, because I've wasted 3 minutes on this, okay, I need to move on. Task is back! Tasku is back! So he's there, he didn't leave, even though he said he was going to leave. And Gao, like I've said, is using Dungeon World. Which is actually really surprising. I don't know why they decided this was the time to do this. Actually, this brings up something I wanted to bring up. The last episode felt more like a finale big fight than this episode. This episode feels like it should have switched places with last episode.
Well, you see, Ruga's the bigger bad. That's why they had to save him for last.
Yeah, it's just...
I know that's not how you're supposed to do it, but that's what was going in their head.
Yeah, it's just... They put the tones in the wrong places. Last episode should have been, I want to make friends and stuff and let's have fun. Not really, but that would have fit better. This episode should have been the big moral changing
I think
around
Ruga just shouldn't have been in this tournament.
Yeah.
He should have been with Kiri, like, you know, as a bodyguard sort of thing, while five assholes, you know, try to get rid of him. and prove themselves to Ruga. That way, they could have saved the night for last, so he could have his little freak out, and that could have been the last fight.
That actually would be a really good way to resolve this.
Yeah, but you see, dumbass.
So yeah, so Ruga starts taunting Gao about switching decks to Dungeon World. He's like, "You can't do that," and Gao's like, "Actually, I made this deck to impress you." I'm like, "Okay, you made a brave deck to impress him. I don't know how that works, but either way, so Ruga's like, he wants to become my friend. What the hell?" And he has a flashback to when he was apparently living in the slums. And big evil hair guy. I don't know his name. We just know he's the big bad who plays an organ. Apparently, as kids, they fought each other, and they became friends that way.
Then one turned into a rabbit, and then it kind of got weird from there.
I'll get to that. So yeah, the fight finally begins. Minotaur on Ruga's side attacks Gao, and then it's Gao's turn. Gao calls drum. He calls a big surprise Pandora. I'll get to that.
That's so stupid, Gao. Why are you killing yourself on purpose?
And then he equips the Brave Glory armor thing that brings you back to life when you die. And then giant hands! What I mean is that he uses drum scale, and apparently the way drum skill is translated in this is that everyone's arms become robot arms that extend at maximum range against your will and force you to play rock, paper, scissors. And if you are not ready, it will just choose randomly for you. Cause Ruga is freaking like, I can't control my arm! And Gao's like, wasn't that fun? And I'm like, no!
Gao is a terrible person. He's forcing this person to do stuff against his will.
Yeah,
it's
so
further proof that rock, paper, scissors is a sin against nature.
Yeah, so that happens. Gao gets penetrate because Ruga had no idea what was going on. We later find out Gao sucks at rock, paper, scissors.
Yep, apparently. That doesn't mean he's gonna lose, of course, because come on, Gao losing ever? That would just make, sense.
Yeah, so then Pandora goes to attack. Ruga destroys it, and for those of you who don't know Big Surprise Pandora's skill, when it dies, you must play rock, paper, scissors, and if you lose or if you tie, you take damage.
Oh, sorry. Just sorry. I saw something really funny. You're gonna hear that a lot through this episode. You're just gonna have to deal with it, people.
4chan.
Got some good ass stuff.
Alright, so, then, Ruga flashes back again. Oh, wait, no. Gao loses rock, paper, scissors, takes damage from his own card. Everyone laughs at him.
Continue. I'll show you.
Damn it, I looked!
I'll show some people know what we're talking about. It's funnier in context, trust me. Alright, continue. No, it's in
Damn it, Cora!
There. Now you can't see it. Keep going.
So, yeah, so he flashes back again, to when, Evil Boss Man introduced Ruga to the, Danger Corps by growing giant bunny ears.
Oh god,
I'm serious.
Stupid.
Yeah, the dude who's supposed to be big,
he's like supposed to be big and threatening, has this imposing music, and he's got giant white and red bunny ears now.
Apparently he's also Count Dracula, because they use that tune that they always use when you use Dracula in an old film.
Yeah, they do that too.
Yeah, and he also apparently brought in a giant marble slab / ice cube to slice in half, just for the purpose of showing that the spear was real. I love that he just had this thing ready.
I feel like I've seen that before somewhere too, so I'm pretty sure they ripped this off from something. No, I'm serious. I'm pretty sure I saw something like this, and I don't remember if it was an old Beyblade series or what, but I know I've seen something like this before.
It's very cliche.
It is, dude, but I know I've seen it somewhere before.
Yeah, so, yeah, least intimidating villain ever. Even less than the transvestite that's going to be joining the crew in the next episode. But anyway, so Ruga is like, I don't want to be friends, Gao, and Gao's like, you're gonna be friends! So, Ruga decides, that's it. I'm gonna do the same thing I did to, Tetsuya as I did to you. But Gao's able to block it. And then he uses Cecilia's spell on his turn to destroy the spear. So, Cerberus is stuck in limbo.
Well, he has to go somewhere, right?
Yeah, so I'm guessing even if your weapon is destroyed, he stays in the soul, so that you can use him later. So he just sits in your, soul, so you can use him whenever. Which is kinda nice, but also kinda silly. Then it's Butt Mud time! I'm pretty sure
What did you just say?
Butt Mud?
You mean Bahamut?
Mood, okay. I always thought it was pronounced Butt
You're saying Bahamut. I don't even know what the hell that is.
That's the way I was told it was pronounced. And apparently I'm wrong.
I don't know if you just said it wrong, but I know there's not an extra T in there, because I could have sworn you said Bahamut.
Either way. You guys know what I'm talking about. Final Fantasy Summon. Not really, it's actually an Indian god?
Yes.
Okay, Indian god time.
Just go!
Going to... Yeah, so... Summons that, destroys many things, and then, back to Gao's turn, and...
You think people really care whether what god it is? Bahamut? You really think people care?
No. I just can't pronounce things.
I just wanted to bring that up before you continued. Now you can continue.
I'm gonna hide it. I'm just kidding. Alright, so, anyway, Gao then summons legendary brave Tasku, which confuses everyone for about 5 seconds, including Task.
But not freaking Kuguru. She knows exactly what the card is.
Yeah, so...
Which means that the cards exist in their world, which begs the question, why are they surprised?
Yeah, I just love that he didn't realize there was a card of him. How weird that would be. You play a card game and there's a card that literally has your face on it.
It makes you wonder, how are they going to react when they see the Baku, Kuguru, and Tetsuya ones?
Yeah. So,
I don't even know.
Yeah, and apparently Zanya is also a huge fan of this card. It just gets weirder and weirder.
Fanboy.
And they decide to triple attack into Bahamut.
Bahamut?
No, I'm just done.
Just like Bahamut, and it's easier than whatever you're trying to say.
So yeah, they destroy it, so now I don't have to try to pronounce it anymore, like a failure.
You're saying like 3 T's in its name for some reason. I'm pretty sure that's not what it was.
I can't see. Okay. So yeah, they destroy it. Drum does not get his triple attack, so Ruga gets brought down to 1 life. And then Tasku, of course, well, Task has to explode because that's what his skill does, and he's like, "Thank you, brave Tasku," and we hear in the distance, "You forgot the legendary!" Which got a giggle out of me. So then, Ruga uses a card that lets him draw 2 cards, I forget which one it was, but then he says, "Never mind!" And it's like, but you still have the cards!
Drew the cards, never mind what?
So then, he's able to bring Gao down to 1 as well, and then, on Gao's turn, brings out Pandora again. Ruga is able to stop Drum's attack and Gao's attack, and the only thing that's left is the Pandora. And everyone, including Drum, is just like, great, we're gonna win the game using this thing. Like, everyone's just so embarrassed of this stupid card.
Well, can you blame them?
Yeah, but it's like, even Gao, like, has this look on his face of total disgust that he's using this card.
But why did he use it at all?
I know! That's what I was thinking. I'm like, Gao, if you're so ashamed of this card, why are you using it? He even said at one point, no, I like this card. He's great. He's crazy. And then when he realizes, oh, I'm going to have to win using him, he's just like, eh.
So he's okay with fighting with luck just as long as he doesn't win with luck. Wait. Like, he has to know that there's always the chance that he'll have to use it to win if it's in his deck.
He even makes the Excalibur face almost.
Like, how do you... I don't know. Continue.
Yeah, so the Pandora gets destroyed, and they tie at rock, paper, scissors. Oh yeah, also Cerberus threatens to leave Ryuga if he loses this fight. But then he's like, just kidding.
Yeah, they're really dumb people.
Yeah, so they tie, but wait! Gao has the glory equipment
Just when you thought he wasn't going to straight up win, nope, he's got a way to win still. Because, you know, you can't lose and all that.
So Gao wins! I remember one time when Pandora was first announced, I was joking around with Elliot about how people were going to be so mad when someone wins a fight that way. I remember we had a big long talk about it. He's like, you just know there's going to be so many tournaments where nerds are going to flip tables because of that card.
I know, right? It's like you thought getting that double crit in Vanguard is the most infuriating thing in the world. How about they put a card in their center where if you kill it, you might lose because of that. You can't afford to kill it. But you have to if you want to win. And then you lose because of it.
Yep. And so Gao wins, and actually it's kind of funny because the audience boos at Gao for winning.
Good.
Like, you don't actually hear them going, boo! But they're verbally going like, and you see the little loud noises marks behind him while he does his victory pose.
I gotta show you this later, but oh god, it makes me hurt.
Yeah, so then,
that's a bad joke.
But then, Cerberus is like, are you sure you want to give Kiri back? And Ryuga's like, yeah, I gotta give Kiri back. So they give Kiri back. And Gao goes, I was so worried about you. I'm like, bullshit!
Yeah, I was so worried about you. I didn't even use my best deck to fight you. I used this completely random deck that I was about to lose because of.
You're lucky Kiri was knocked out for that fight and had no idea how much you shamed him. Why don't you just fart on the guy while he's sleeping?
It's just so bad. Because why? Why would you say that line of dialogue to reaffirm how terrible a person Gao is?
Yeah, so then Gao's like, so are we friends yet, Ryuga? And Ryuga's like, no! He's like, but we can be rivals.
At least he doesn't say you can be friends, because honestly, when a person forces me to play something I don't want to play and treats me like a joke the whole time, I usually don't want to be friends with them.
Yeah, I think the only reason why Ryuga even was smiling during this fight was just because he kept beating Gao at rock paper scissors.
Again, like, I didn't see it all, but I did see that part. That's why I thought he was must become friends or something, dude. But yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe he's just smiling because he was actually winning the rock paper scissors.
I think he was just laughing at Gao's shame. Yeah,
his luck rival, you see.
Yeah, so Ryuga's like, we can be rivals, and Gao's like, that's a step in the right direction, I'll take it. And then Tasku's like, wait, I'm a policeman! Ryuga, stop! You're a criminal! And so they're about to fight, and Tas goes, Future Force! And then a big error screen appears on his dumb flying disc.
I don't.
The Buddy Police can turn off the Future Force at any time.
That makes this the biggest plot hole in the last, probably, 10 episodes.
Why didn't you do that earlier?
Yep, they were so mad about him going off using Future Force, without their consent, even when no one was mentioning it, he's been able to use it, and we just assumed that he just has access to it. Apparently, no. Apparently, it's just left on, and no one decided to turn it off.
But anyway, so yeah, he can't use it. Ryuga bursts into the sky and flees. And then on the speakerphone or whatever, the Buddy Police president dude goes, "Ah, you're fired."
You're fired.
Yeah, and they're like, "What? Yeah, for using it out of turn, you're fired." And I'm like,
"You used it in the last game. During the last game, he used it against your will like twice. Before that." Why is it now that you decided to turn it off?
Kind of gives away that they're working with Ruga, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it still begs the question, why wouldn't they done it sooner when he was interfering with them in the first place? Because it's like, I can understand the last one because the Knight going berserk wasn't a part of anyone's plan.
Yeah.
Dude, but what about the iceberg thing?
Yeah.
Freaking what's his name? The villain dude made it happen. He wanted that to happen.
Yeah, no, didn't turn it off for that. So yeah, and that's where the episode ends, with him getting fired. So now he's gonna have to Batman it up. This episode made me really angry. It wasn't terrible, but it made me angry.
The parts that I saw made me angry too. I agree. From what I saw, it doesn't seem bad, but it does have some huge ass bottles you can drive a freaking truck through.
And a lot of them would have been fixed if this episode it was just placed somewhere else. This was not the time or place to have this theme in this episode.
Enough, this is one of the few episodes where they really could have gotten away with no exposition at all. Like, no talking about backstories or talking about things that happened in the past. It's like, this is one of the few episodes where that would have been a good thing, because all it needed to be was a straight up raw fight. A battle between wills. A battle between a person who thinks winning is everything and between a person who thinks that winning isn't everything. Clashing heads, trying to find a mid-ground. That's all it needed to be.
And they fucked it up!
Yeah, that's all I can say about it, because I, again, only saw about half of it. But,
no.
So you continue.
Yeah, you basically summarized everything that needed to be said about this episode. It had plot holes that were big enough for trucks to drive through. The theme was not the correct one for this episode. There's so many things wrong with it, and yet I don't hate it. I don't hate this episode. It makes me angry, but I don't hate it, because the things it did good were good. It's just they were in the wrong place. This was not the time for this episode. It was an okay episode.
When is the time for this episode, Em?
Not at where a big fight finale should have been. This should have been something like almost a filler episode. If it was like later on they find Ruga again and he tries to friendship him. But no, this was not the episode for this. Anyway, next episode, we're going back to Aibo. Kiri is going to be fighting Gao, and we're going to be introduced to some new villains, including the most Moai glasses girl I've seen in a while, and a giant flaming transvestite. Or at least I assume that's what he is. She. Person.
I don't know. With this show, it's hard to tell.
Anyway, they have giant green hair and purple lipstick. All I know is I'm probably gonna like them. And also, apparently our bad guys are getting new silly uniforms!
Yay!
For no reason.
We have villains?
Well, they're getting
into assholes who are running around causing inconveniences.
Okay, our assholes are getting new uniforms.
So far, no one's actually, except for the exception of Roga, when he was stealing stuff from that mine, no one's actually done anything outside, of course, the kidnapping part that has been like a big deal.
And this actually makes me notice something about this show. We have all this plot that's being foretold, but we haven't actually got there. We're in season 2, and we still haven't gotten to the plot yet, and things are moving so slow. I really thought that we were going to finally get moving with the Sengoku arc, but no. The Sengoku arc was basically pointless.
Yeah, I thought so too. Just wrapped up. You learned basically nothing very important that could have just not been done like elsewhere, like during an actual important arc.
They were.
Because this is the end of the Sengoku arc.
Yeah, this is the end of it. They even say they're going back to Aibo.
Yeah, so the Sengoku arc was at its entirety pointless. It didn't do anything other than show off new cards. The characters we probably won't see again for another like 20 episodes.
And you know what? There was a really easy way to fix this. Have Kiri go evil.
Yeah.
And they were so close to doing it, and she just gave up.
What I would have just done would have been just actually finally have Gao lose here. That way, the bad guys get to keep Kiri and get to warp him to wherever, where they basically either brainwash him or slowly convince him to join their side. So the next time they see him, he's evil, whether openly or secretly, I don't know. But that way, it'll be a good precedence for something big to happen later, while they still have to deal with the fact that because of their own incompetence, they lost one of their friends.
Was this arc worse than the ABC Cup?
No.
No. Yeah.
ABC Cup pissed me off like every other episode. This one at least was a fun ride, even though it ended with no purpose.
It's like the Foxy arc in One Piece.
I guess.
But yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say about this episode. Next week, we're gonna see all that stuff I mentioned for the next episode. Not a lot of news this week outside of Buddyfight. It's been kind of a slow week. Some new cards got revealed. I don't feel like going over all of them right now. So that's about it.
That's about it. Next month is tournament season, though.
Yep.
So everybody get your decks ready.
If we're lucky, we'll have a Bum Bum with us, aka an Elliot.
Here's hoping.
Alright.
So until next time, everybody, see ya.
See ya.